When you pen test, information gathering must be your top priority because that is the stage going to differentiate you from other amateur pen testers out there. Don't forget. My dear viewers, my greetings to you all. Today, I am going to explain one of the interesting concepts of penetration testing, information gathering. In my previous video, we collected some information about our targets by using the Google search engine, and the method is called Google Docking. But in today's video, I am going to explain you the same concept, collecting the information about our targets by using the some other tools. Also, you may use some other third-party websites to collect the information about your targets. Assume you are asked to penetrate your client's whole web application. What you would do? The first step is to know as much as possible about your target, the web application. And to know more about the web application, there are some websites and tools. Now let's see one by one. Now I have few sample popular websites, so I'm gonna gather some information about those websites. And before doing that, here we are in disclaimer part. Don't try this without your client's permission, and don't try this offensively, and don't put yourself in trouble. Okay, let's start. First of all, let me introduce few websites. These websites are like a database of companies and their information. Now, let me introduce the first website, Crunchbase. So, it's a publicly available site. You may able to retrieve the information about the companies, people, investors, and schools, events, and even hubs. Okay. For example, let me choose one of the companies from trending search, Microsoft. When I choose Microsoft, it will give the details about the companies, and also it will list the people who are working in Microsoft. And when your client asks you to social engineer their employees, in such case you might need to collect the information about your client's employees. So in that case, the websites like Crunchbase will be very helpful for you. And I cannot see more people because I am not using the paid version of this Crunchbase. And once you know the first name and last name of your client's employees, you will be able to craft the official email IDs of them. And this is one of the exciting sites. And the next one is DNS Dumpster. DNS Dumpster is a publicly hosted website. It is used to gather the subdomain information about a particular websites. Now, let me brief the term subdomain. Let's assume your client paypal.com comes to you and asks to penetrate the domain, the complete domain paypal.com. Now, what you would do? You cannot simply depends on this domain alone. As a pen tester, you have to look for various chances that are in front of you. And we can use various tools to enumerate the subdomains of paypal.com. The subdomains are nothing but the domains that are preceding to the existing main domain. It may be a random word. For example, if the PayPal wants to manage their website, the application, they may use the subdomain admin.paypal.com. Who knows? You have to enumerate that. And there might be some other words like blog, news, finance, team. So the subdomains are literally look like this. Your job is to find the active subdomains for the particular main domain that you provided with. Let me search for, let me choose one of these options. I'm first searching the networkcheck.com, one of my favorite YouTubers. Just one click, it will gather the information about the subdomains of that particular websites and it will list for you. So when I scroll down, it gives the relevant DNS server and its details. Also, it gives the host records of that particular website. I'll be able to see the list of subdomains here. I can see the subdomain cpanel.networkcheck.com. Who knows, this could be one of his crucial websites. And to access the mail of the network check, and let me search some other websites, elearnsecurity.com. Here we go. I can see I found a subdomain admin. This could be the admin page of ELAN Security. And also it lists the relevant DNS servers. Here we found very few results, only 2 subdomains it enumerated, and we have some other tools to enumerate the subdomains. Okay, before checking all those tools, let me show you another exciting website, crt.sh. Actually, this website is going to help to gather the certificate details of a particular websites. Let me search for eLearn Security again, elearnsecurity.com. Just one click, it will list the involved certificates of eLearn Security. It also lists the certificate providers. It also lists the subdomains of that particular websites. And the next one is more exciting, the professional social network, LinkedIn. So by using LinkedIn, you will be able to gather the list of employees of the particular organization. There are some search pages where you can customize your search. So let me show it with you. I'm in the search page, so I'm using the filter now. Here I can use certain filters. I can even choose the location and the people who are in connections with me and the current company. For example, when I choose Google and when I click the show results, it will list the list of people who are currently working on Google. There are around 1,28,000 results, which is very huge. Since it is a professional platform, people used to provide their whole name, first name and the surname. So by using the first name and surname, you will be able to form their corporate email IDs. So these user informations would be very helpful for you when you are about to unleash the social engineering attack on your client. Just now I explained about few internet hosted websites that are available to gather the information. Now I'm going to explain about a couple of tools. Actually, I'm working on my Kali Linux machine, and from this machine I'm going to execute these tools and I'm gonna showcase how to gather the information about your targets. And the first tool I'm going to talk about is Sublist 3R. The tool is totally free. It is available on GitHub. I'll put the link in the description so you can go through the link, you can download and you can make use of it. And the second tool is AMAS. Actually, the tool is developed by OWASP. So we have couple of tools now. Let's start. I already installed both the tools in my machine. So all I need to do is simply to launch the tool. So I have no idea about those tools. So I'm gonna use -H to know the available information, the available options on the tool. The tool name sublist 3R. All we need to do is to run this Python script. So in order to run this tool, you need to install the Python 3 in your machine and the sublist script. When I simply run this script, let's see what happens. We have to specify the options. We have only few options here, so the tool seems to be simple. And when we use -d parameter, we can enumerate for a particular domain, and we can also brute force with -b parameter. For in case if you have no idea what are all the subdomains available, you can use a list of the words, the what can we say, the list of subdomain list, and you can able to brute force that particular site with the list of words that you have, and -p to scan the particular subdomain against the specific port. In case if you found the list of subdomains of your target and you have to know what are all the ports opened in those subdomains, in such case you may use -p parameter and -v verbose to know what happens exactly, and few other parameters, -3t for threads, number of threads to use for subroute brute force, and -e engine, specify a comma separated list of search engines, and -o for output to save the results in a separate document, so you can use the document later. Now it looks very simple. Now let me execute the script. Python 3 sublist 3r py -d, and I am enumerating elearnsecurity.com once again, elearnsecurity.com. Perfect. Now all I need to do is I'm giving verbosity, just enter. Actually the tool queries various popular search engines to grab the details of subdomains. Here you can see how many subdomains it captured so far, which is simply superb. And you can also see the list of search engines this particular tool use. It searches in Baidu, Yahoo, Google, Bing search engine, and DNS Dumpster, which we gone through earlier this video, and SSL certificate, passive DNS, even in VirusTotal. Here are the list of subdomains. You can try all these subdomains and find which are the subdomains active, and you can also able to find the specific ports that are opened in every subdomain by using the parameter -p. Now I can also use -o parameter to save the results in a separate file. Let me change the domain. Now I'm gonna enumerate the domain paypal.com, popular finance domain, and the output file name paypal.text. Perfect. Now all the results will be saved inside the PayPal file. Still it is enumerating. It found lot of subdomains. Perfect. Now I can open this text document and I can see what are all the subdomains we found. And let me explain the second tool. The name is Yemas. Simple. The command is simple. Yemas. Let me get some help. It has the list of subcommands Intel, Enum, Viz, Track, DB, and DNS, and each has its own purposes. We have to use the Yemas enum to enumerate the domains. emas enum, and to enumerate the domain names you have to use -d parameter and the domain that we want to enumerate. I'm again doing the paypal.com, just a click. Here we go. It started enumerating for subdomains, but compare with the sublist 3R, it is taking some time. Anyway, we are going to get the list of subdomains that we need. And meanwhile, let's look some other options that are available in emas tool. When we use the intel subcommand, the intel subcommand can help you to discover additional root domain names associated with the organization you are investigating. Here in this tabular column, it also mentions the flag that we are using and also the example how to use that flag. So you can simply refer these commands, you can simply apply by doing the modifications that you need. Likewise, it also shows the list of subcommands of enum keyword. I'll put this link in the description so you can go through this. Now you can see it is enumerating, the enumeration in progress, and it almost enumerated nearly 50 subdomains, which are very huge. You can explore the subdomains one by one, and you can able to find the list of services active behind these subdomains. I interrupted the emas process. Now it shows the summary. In the summary, it almost discovered 639 subdomain names, and among those, it classified the categories. And here we can see the public IPs that belongs to the above subdomains. And yeah, that's all I had to say. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you really learned something new, hit the like button and consider subscribing my channel. Also, you can share this video among your friends, and I'll catch you up with another exciting video. Until then, see you. Bye.